Tonight at 9, local efforts laying down new foundations to keep the city green.
The Muncie Police Department is getting new technology for emergency situations.
Why experts say companies need to up their cybersecurity.
Plus, the latest COVID headlines, how many kids can roll up their sleeves.
December-like temperatures in November, and how long you can expect to see them stay around, all coming up with my full forecast.
Delaware County's only live television newscast from Ball State University's Unified Media Newsroom. You're watching NewsLink Indiana.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for being with us. I'm Emily Harless.
And I'm Rebecca Rosado. A local compost is taking the initiative to keep Muncie green.
NewsLink Indiana's Grace Binkowski spoke with ScrapCycle to see how the compost is collecting the city's attention. Grace?
Good evening, guys. If you've been around town and you've seen those green buckets in front of people's houses, you're witnessing ScrapCycle lay its foundation in Muncie. Its CEO and participants are spreading the word about the benefits of composting.
The individual cost is very little, but the global and community impact is really big.
By collecting over 2 tons of compost in just the month of October, ScrapCycle is already making an impact on Muncie's landfills. The initiative was launched in June of 2020 by Bob Maddox as a way to learn more about composting as a community.
But making it so that the more people are educated about the harms of our everyday habits. I know that other places were doing it, but I wanted to do it for Muncie.
Since 2020, ScrapCycle has grown with over 300 residential participants, a dedicated team of volunteers conducting pickups, and most recently, approval for a new compost site located on the south side of town.
Next steps are to continue to grow that site. I believe that will keep us moving along for the next probably 2 or 3 years until we outgrow that at the rate that we're going.
Participants like Bishop are excited to see how ScrapCycle will continue to expand. Bishop and her husband started filling up 1 bucket of compost, but soon they realized they could take on more.
The more we learned about the things that can be composted, the more things we had for our bucket.
Bishop hopes local businesses will also become a part of the cycle for the greener good.
And if you look at how much we're keeping out of a landfill in a given month, imagine if you took a restaurant or a soup kitchen.
And as always, guys, ScrapCycle is looking to expand its reach, whether that's through participants or helping hands.
All right, Grace, thank you. Delaware County law enforcement was granted money from the Ball Brothers Foundation for the use of drones in emergencies. They will use 5 drones for 24/7 emergency service wherever they are needed in the county. The drones will have multiple uses, such as helping to find missing persons and doing crash reconstruction. They found that safety is one of the biggest things drones help with during an emergency situation.
Would you rather have 10 to 15 firemen, EMS, police officers out on a busy interstate where a majority of your statistics show where first responders are hit by cars for several hours, or would you rather cut that down into a period of 15 to 20 minutes, get that highway opened up and send everybody home safe?
The drones will also be used for a new project to put mile markers along the White River for canoers.
One of the projects that we're going to do, and we'll use those drones to fly those rivers to find the mile markers where we want to put them at, because that aids dispatch and locating those people that are out canoeing and have an emergency.
The drones have already been in use for search and rescue situations. Delaware County is working to get more personnel certified to fly the drones. And moving over to the weather, we moved straight from fall to winter today.
It was
freezing
really today. I needed a jacket, but I hope that's not going to last so long. Adam, what do you think?
Yeah, it was pretty chilly this morning. Had to break out my fuzzy pajamas for the first week of November. But currently, right now, it is 39 degrees here in Muncie, 37 up into Fort Wayne, 40 down to Indianapolis, 35 into Bloomington, and 35 over into Lafayette. It is a little bit cold, but on the bright side, we have been seeing sunny conditions over the past couple of days, and we're continuing to see clear skies throughout the area. A couple clouds here and there. Most of those are just fair weather clouds that we're starting to see die out as we make our way into the evening as the sun starts to go down, as well as we expect to see temperatures drop down once again tonight into the lower 30s. Back to you guys.
Adam, thank you. Anderson Community Schools canceled all classes today as officials say about 20% of its teachers called off work. This during disagreements on contract negotiations. The decision followed the district closing schools and holding an e-learning day for its 6,500 students last week after similar widespread teacher call-offs. Teacher strikes are illegal in Indiana, and the school district issued a statement saying teachers were, quote, engaging in an illegal concerted job action.
Now, moving nationally, an update to a story NewsLink Indiana brought to you yesterday. The ballot initiative to change policing in Minneapolis has failed. Voters in the city rejected the measure that would have given the city council oversight of a new Department of Public Safety. It also would have done away with the requirement to employ a minimum number of police officers tied to the city's population. The result is a major setback for the movement to fundamentally reduce or eliminate the role of police in America, which began last year after the murder of George Floyd by former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin.
A gun safety group suing two groups affiliated with the NRA. The lawsuit claims the NRA avoided campaign finance regulations by using shell corporations illegally to coordinate with political campaigns, and that the NRA funneled up to $35 million to at least 7 candidates for federal office, and that $25 million of it went for Trump's run for president in 2016. It also says the money went for campaigns in the 2014 and 2018 elections. The suit was filed on behalf of Giffords, a gun control group founded by former Arizona Congresswoman Gabby Giffords, who was shot in 2011. It claims the NRA was able to bypass federal limits and shielded political spending from public scrutiny. If Giffords wins, the NRA would pay up to $35 million to the U.S. Treasury.
For the first time in over a decade, the Supreme Court is hearing arguments on a significant Second Amendment case. The New York gun law case has justices back on the bench today. It requires a president to approve they face a, quote, special or unique danger to their life to get a license to carry a concealed pistol or revolver outside of their homes. The case was brought forward by an affiliate of the NRA and argues that the law makes it almost impossible to obtain a license. The Second Circuit Court of Appeal ruled in favor of New York. California, Hawaii, Maryland, Massachusetts, and New Jersey have similar regulations.
Cybersecurity experts in the U.S. are telling organizations across the country to update their computer systems to protect them from hackers. The U.S. Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency issuing a new directive to all federal agencies. They have 2 weeks to update their hardware and software, plus any potential system weaknesses, and a process that reduces the impact of security issues. It comes after U.S. cybersecurity officials and others warn that federal defenses have not kept pace with cyber attacks. Just last year, alleged Russian hackers went undetected in networks connected to federal departments for months before their discovery. The directive applies to every agency except the Pentagon, which is in charge of its own networks.
The games have begun at Netflix. The streaming service has launched its new mobile gaming platform. Netflix subscribers just need to log on to the app on an Android device and go to the section where you can select a game to download and play. Right now, the library only includes 5 games. They are Stranger Things 1984, Stranger Things 3, the game, Shooting Hoops, Card Blast, and Teeter Up. Mobile gaming is only available on Android devices, but Netflix says iOS support is coming soon.
Kids are next in line to get their COVID-19 vaccine.
And the worker shortage continues, all in the latest in moments.
Riding the bus is an easy thing to do. Last year, we carried 60,000 riders from the Ball State area. 50,000 of those were students. Anywhere you want to go, MITS will take you there.
So, I just moved in with this family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that! That's disgusting! Oh, poop already! You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
People are continuing to leave the workforce, leading to what some are calling the Great Resignation.
And it's issue number one for some companies as COVID continues to affect the job market. With a record number of people simply quitting their jobs, saying they want better pay, better working conditions, and more flexible working arrangements. 3 million people say they're worried about getting the virus or spreading it, and U.S. Labor Secretary Marty Walsh says fear is a big factor.
I think in a lot of cases is the pandemic is wreaking havoc and fear on people as far as going back to work.
Searching for workers, with some offering higher wages and sign-up bonuses to attract them. Amazon offering up to $3,000 of signing bonuses for its temporary workers and average starting wage of $18 an hour. UPS, Kohl's, Nordstrom, Macy's, and others are also adding workers for the holidays, with others offering tuition assistance, student loan repayment, paid time off for volunteering, IVF coverage, and pet insurance.
And in your COVID news, the World Health Organization is reporting an increase in global COVID-19 deaths and cases. Over 3 million cases were reported last week, with a 3% increase in new weekly cases. The U.S. reported the highest number of new cases with an increase in deaths last week. The WHO reported over 50,000 people died, an 8% increase from the previous week.
Trying to bring those numbers down, Pfizer gearing up to distribute 11 million doses of the kids' COVID-19 vaccine. This following CDC recommendation for children 5 through 11 to get the vaccine after it was approved for emergency authorization by the FDA. Pfizer says within the first 10 days it expects to make 19,000 shipments to every state and 6 large metro areas. Its clinical trial showed the vaccine provides 90.7% protection against symptomatic disease. Kids will receive 1/3 of the dose of what people 12 years and older get. The company hopes the smaller dose will reduce any potential side effects. The FDA says the benefits of the vaccines outweigh the risk to children.
I feel excited because now that I'm one step closer to getting fully vaccinated.
I felt very nervous, but now it's over, and now we're vaccinated. That's a big step into making the world normal again, and so we all don't need to wear masks, and for everyone to be safe and healthy.
Nearly 28 million children are now encouraged by the CDC to get vaccinated.
The National Institutes of Health announcing it will study the long-term effects of COVID-19 during pregnancy, saying it wants to better understand the risk in women who became infected with the virus when they were pregnant. Some of the long-term effects are fatigue, shortness of breath, difficulty concentrating, sleep disorders, fevers, anxiety, and depression. Researchers will track as many as 1,500 women and their children for 4 years. In the children, they will look for neurological and cardio conditions. The study is part of the NIH's Researching COVID to Enhance Recovery initiative. The CDC recommends the COVID vaccine for people who are pregnant, breastfeeding, trying to get pregnant now, or might become pregnant in the future. And data suggests that the benefits of receiving a COVID-19 vaccine outweigh any known or potential risks of vaccination during pregnancy. There is currently no evidence that any vaccines, including COVID-19 vaccines, cause fertility problems. And moving over to the weather, Adam, how cold is it going to be out tonight?
Pretty cold once again tonight. How cold those temperatures will get after the break.
Baby, you see, I cannot set you free. My lonely days are gone. That's why I'm never gonna let you go. Never gonna let you go. Babe, I'm never gonna let you go. No, never gonna let you go.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Never gonna let you go. Never gonna let you.
I think it's just vapor with flavor.
It won't hurt my kid like cigarettes, right?
Vaping is safer than smoking, isn't it?
there's really not even that much nicotine in them, right?
My kid?
My kid
knows it's dangerous.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping, maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
Emotes say a lot, but they can't say it all. Think your guildmate is struggling? Try these dialogue options. Go beyond emotes. Check in with your guildmates at seizetheawkward.org.
Every day,
Millions of people are connecting
and even though we're overcoming obstacles,
watching each other's backs,
and banding together.
we should still make an effort
We should still make an
to
effort.
get to know each other.
On a deeper level. Father,
Cosplayer,
mentor.
actor.
It's time we take a step forward
It's time we take a step forward.
come together,
and discover
How accepting our differences
can make us stronger.
Taking a live look outside right now, it is 9:16 and it was quite cold on campus today, but not as cold as it sounds like it is in Greenland. The ice covering Greenland is actually melting so fast that scientists are concerned.
Greenland has the second biggest ice sheet in the world, just behind Antarctica. New research shows that between 2011 and 2020, 3.5 trillion tons of the ice sheet melted. That would be enough to flood all of New York City with over 4,000 feet of water. Scientists say Greenland's ice sheet has melted so much in the past decade that the global sea levels have increased 1 centimeter. If this continues, they are predicted sea levels may rise 9 inches by the end of the century, and the global sea levels could end up to 20 feet higher.
That's
insane. Snow and ice, that is a lot to do. So I'm just hoping
Yeah.
we don't see any snow here.
Yeah, Adam?
No snow and no melting ice here, other than we had some frost this morning that melted. Wow, we're starting to feel temperatures here in the first week of November actually feel more like December. And speaking of November, we're only 22 days away from Thanksgiving. And we're starting to feel it with temperatures really start to feel like winter. Currently, it is 39 degrees here in Muncie, 37 up into Fort Wayne, 40 down to Indianapolis, 35 down to Bloomington, 34 and 34 over into Lafayette. Now, not only have we had colder temperatures than normal, we've actually been seeing a lot of sunshine. That's all thanks to this high pressure that settled over the area. It initially started up in the northern Great Plains, southern Canada, allowing all that cold, dry air to build up before moving our way, giving us all that sunshine and cooler temperatures actually well below average. We've actually had multiple days now where we've seen our high temperatures at least 10 degrees below average thanks to those sunny and clearing skies. Not much happening on radar. All those clouds we saw earlier today are starting to push out of the area, leaving us with more clear skies, and that's good because we've seen a lot of rain this past fall, leading to well above average precipitation, and this is good for the environment because it starts to dry out. It can recover before we start to see any more precipitation and even snow over the next month or two, and as well as with those clear skies, it's really going to allow those temperatures to drop down pretty cold tonight. Tonight, getting down to 33 degrees under mostly clear skies. However, some areas outside Muncie, up by like the Delaware County Airport or over into Yorktown, you could see some temperatures like we saw this morning up in the upper 20s with some lows in the 20s, 28, 29, 30-ish range. But chilly start to your day tomorrow, so might want to break out those thick sweatshirts and coats again, as well as some hats and gloves because it will be chilly. Tomorrow, 48 degrees under mostly sunny skies, so chilly start to your day tomorrow. But by those later afternoon hours, it will warm up and you most likely will not need your hats and gloves by then. Now, all this sunshine is both good and bad, so here are my key weather takeaways. So let's knock the bad out of the way first. Cold and clear, and this is what we've been seeing the past couple of days. With clear skies at night, this allows all that warmth during the day to escape, giving us those low temperatures into the 30s as well as into the upper 20s. But with cloudy skies, all that warmth during the day gets trapped. So if we have a high at 50, your low is only going to be 45, 46, 47. But clear skies, cooler evenings leading to those colder temperatures like we saw this morning and frost. But on the bright side, no pun intended, sunny and dry over the next couple of days. All the sunny and dry weather is actually going to help lead to warmer temperatures over the next couple of days. So we're finally going to start to see temperatures finally feel more normal and our average range of lower 60s as well as into the upper 50s later this week and into early next week. Taking a look at your 7-day forecast, cold temperatures to end the week, but plenty of sunshine. We're going to start to see temperatures increase over the next couple of days, but really start to pick up Saturday, high of 54 degrees, Sunday 60, plenty of sun, but then as we move into early next week, expect to see some clouds begin to roll into the area with temperatures beginning to cool down right to average with a chance of rain Wednesday evening into Thursday. Now, I know it's only November, but it's had to break out those fuzzy pajamas this morning for the
I'm just glad that you don't have fuzzy pajamas and snow. That's all I'm glad about.
Absolutely, Adam, thank you. Now we're going to take it over to Brittany with sports.
Ball State volleyball is rolling. A look into what's making Cardinals chirp this season, plus highlights from the final game of the World Series up next in sports.
Here's your sandwich, miss.
Oh, thank you.
And your burger.
Awesome, thank you.
And your bowl of boiling water, sir.
After retiring from the NFL, I've been able to spend a lot more time coaching my daughter's basketball teams. It's something I love to do. Through our games and our tournaments, we see all types of coaching, good and bad. And it begs the question, do we really know who's coaching our kids? Do they have the proper training and screening it would take for me to be comfortable with my daughters playing for that coach? Our Youth Basketball Association made the decision to use trusted coaches to screen and train all of our coaches. I'm a trusted coach. Are you?
So if one cat has 4 kittens who reproduce every 6 months, how many cats will there be in 5 years? Who's got it? Is this... What is that? Seriously? Who threw that?
Cats are terrible at math, but they sure do multiply. Please spay, neuter, and adopt.
The solution is 10.
Women's volleyball has been on a tear with no signs of slowing down. NewsLink Indiana's Vinny Materano got a chance to talk with the team about the great season.
We just have every single player on our roster just 100% bought in, and that's what makes it fun. From top to bottom, there's not one player on our team that I wouldn't feel confident being able to put into a match.
Women's volleyball has been nothing short of spectacular this season. They're winning in dominant fashion, posting 12 straight wins.
Yeah, I feel like it's just been really exciting, and we just have a great team here, and from previous years, I think just building on it, of our experience and coming out strong, I think we've built great team chemistry and just had really fun out there on the court.
Not only are they recording win after win, but they're reaching milestones without even realizing.
To be honest, I did not know that I was at that mark. I was excited about the win, then all of a sudden everyone's looking at me and staring up at the Jumbotron and seeing that 100, I thought that was really special.
Head coach of 6 years, Kelly Miller-Phillips, hit the 100 win mark with the victory on Saturday, and the team couldn't be happier for her.
I'm really proud and excited for her. She's done a great thing for this program, and I think just to celebrate her, she deserves it, and it is really exciting.
After defeating tough mat competition in Bowling Green and then Miami, Ohio, Ball State looking to pass the momentum forward as they take on Central Michigan on Thursday and Friday.
We gained confidence. You know, I thought we played really well both nights this past weekend. But at the same time, we understand that every single person in the MAC is dangerous, and so it doesn't matter what their record is, where they are in the standings. Every team can beat you on any given night if you don't come ready to play.
Ball State will look to extend their streak to 13 on Thursday. In Muncie, Vinny Mortorano, NewsLink, Indiana.
With the winter looming, high school basketball is just around the corner. Muncie Central varsity girls basketball is in full swing, getting ready to open their fall season on Thursday at Delta High School. The Bearcats will face the Eagles for their first non-conference game of the fall season. Last season, the Bearcats ending with 6-12 record, taking 8th place in North Central League. Muncie Central excited to get a new season underway and keep improving off last season. In national news, the Atlanta Braves clinched World Series victory over the Houston Astros last night. Game 6 taking place in Houston, World Series MVP Jorge Soler sends the curveball all the way on top of the tracks in deep left field. Later, first baseman Freddie Freeman seals the deal with a blast to center. Finally, shortstop Dansby Swanson fields the grounder and fires the ball over Freeman at first, and the team celebrates as the Braves win their first World Series title since 1995.
Okay, all I'm saying is if we had to, of course, wait and see the Braves win, I got it. We'll show you guys our anchor picks after the break.
Plus, we'll
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Never gonna let you go. Never gonna let
Thank you.
No problem.
Just like the rules to surviving Zombieland, there are steps you can take to be prepared for an emergency.
It's the right thing to do.
Talk with your family to make a plan. Look for safe areas to meet up if separated. And stock up on supplies. It's never too early to get prepared, so start now.
Right now? Right now.
You can't predict emergencies, but you can be ready.
You're welcome, America.
Visit ready.gov today to learn more.
Jordan knows he shouldn't eat this entire bowl of nachos, but tonight he's earned that right. Because a few hours ago, in the middle of happy hour, he recognized a sign. Not from the gods or a bolt of lightning, but from a double heart, a kissy face, and a fourth ha in ha ha ha. That's when Jordan knew he was buzzed. So when it was time to go, he got a ride home instead of driving. Be a legend like Jordan. Recognize your buzzed warning signs and get a ride home. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Welcome back. It's time for us to look at our anchor picks. Now that it's November, some people are gearing up for Christmas. However, a bar in Texas is doing the opposite. Stoneleigh P in Dallas, Texas has put a ban on Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas until December 1st. And after December 1st, the song can only be played once a night.
In keeping with the Christmas theme, the rise of ugly holiday sweaters continues, and this time a popular winter beverage company is giving it a try. Swiss Miss Hot Chocolate announced the release of their new ugly sweaters. The hot chocolate company says they will keep you cozy, plus they have a built-in zippered pocket to carry your, quote, favorite Swiss Miss hot cocoa flavor. Very excited to see that work out. But Adam, are we going to be needing that hot cocoa sometime soon?
Over the next couple days, most likely, we'll need that hot cocoa. But once we get into the weekend and early into next week, we'll start to see plenty of sunshine and temperatures a little bit more on the warmer side, and you won't need that hot cocoa by then.
Thank you. That's all tonight for NewsLink Indiana. Be sure to join us again tomorrow night at 9, streaming live on the NewsLink Indiana Facebook page.
And for news anytime, anywhere, go to theballstatedaily.com. Have a great night.